This is Fubar0011 from Team Utopia, and I'm here to give you a deck profile of my Dragunity deck. Got 22nd place, went 6-2 at the Orlando Regional. Really? Okay, so I went 6-2. My only losses were to Crystal Beast. Really feel sad about that. Lost round 1. He top decked amazing against me. Then I also lost to a Lightsworn deck. Had God Mills against me. Didn't have any of my answers I usually do.
Dude, the sad thing is that Crystal Beast was like 4-0, and then he was like 4-4.
Yeah, he was 4-0 and then lost 4 straight, and kind of made me feel sad. But, okay, now to the deck list. Okay, I run 3 Ducks and only 2 Legionnaires. Personally, I don't like starting with Legionnaire, so I thought 2 was better, because most of the time I want to search for it with the Ravine. 3 Phalanx, 2 Aklis, pretty standard. 3 Quacky Dragos, because I thought they work very good against Agents and Chaos and Lightsworn and stuff, which are pretty much everywhere. And then 2 Veilers, because they work against pretty much everything. 3 Ravines and 3 Terraformings, pretty average. 3 Dualities, no Cards of Consonance. I like Duality better, and when it's dead, I pitch it with a Ravine. 1 Quill Pen, pretty much a Pot of Avarice, lets me return one of my opponent's cards. Worked really well.
Or your own.
Or my own, yes. Okay, 1 Pot of Avarice. It's pretty much staple in Dragunities. Fuel Grave like crazy. 2 MSTs, heavy, pretty much staple. Darkhold, Monster Reborn, staple, and Mind Control. I run 7 tuners and easy ways to sync with my opponent's monsters. Okay. Traps, got my Solemn Judgment and Solemn Warning. Only like 1 this format. Starlight Road. I always have my field spell. Pretty much always protects it. Got Dust Shoot, really good this format. My 2 mass removals, the Torrential Tribute and Mirror Force. And then Dimensional Prison and Compulse, added them at the last second instead of the Mind Crushes, and worked amazingly. Okay, and that's the main deck. Now, extra. Let's see. Okay, start off with the 5s. I ran Catastor and Hyper Librarian. Catastor against those light decks, and Hyper Librarian mixes with Vajrayana amazingly. +2 on summoning a Stardust. 3 Vajrayanas because it's pretty much the heart and soul of Dragunities.
What did you call it? Vagina?
Vagina.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty.
Gay bulge.
Okay, 1 Orient Dragon because it's really good, and half the time it's a free Bryanak. Bryanak because it's a staple. Black Rose.
More than 1 Orient Dragon.
Black Rose because I run Mind Control. I want to have the 7 as a target, just in case I take a 5. 2 Stardusts because it's Dragunities. Thought Ruler, same reason, really good in here and easy to go into. Scrap Dragon's kind of a staple now. Trishula, because I can go into it, and I have done it a lot, surprisingly, in here. Trident Dragon for the OTKs. I never do it without Drago, because everybody has Gores and Tragodia now, and it's kind of annoying when they drop it. And then 1 Utopia, just in case I get my Veiler on my level 4s and have them stuck on the field. It's actually saved me a few times. So, and that's my extra. Now for the side. Okay. Now, starting off, I sided in 3 Thunder Kings. You put in the Thunder Kings when I took out the Quacky Dragos when they didn't work. Pretty much every deck that Quacky Dragos don't work against, the Thunder Kings did amazing against. So, 2 Electric Virus, pretty much against Machina and Karakuris. I only sided them in once for the regional, but it still worked. Puppet Plants, mainly against the hero matchup. 2 Ravines, because I want to have the 7 as a target, just in case I take a 5. 2 Stardusts, because it's pretty much the heart and soul of Dragunities. 3 Vajrayanas, because it's Dragunities. 4 Hyper Librarian, because it's pretty much the staple in Dragunities. 5 Vajrayana, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 6 Stardusts, because it's Dragunities. 7 Vajrayana, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 8 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 9 Stardusts, because it's Dragunities. 10 Vajrayana, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 11 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 12 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 13 Vajrayana, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 14 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 15 Vajrayana, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 16 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 17 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 18 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 19 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dragunities. 20 Hyper Librarian, because it's the heart and soul of Dr worked. I never faced a hero deck, but it works hopefully against them. Didn't really get to test it. 2 Leeching the Lights and 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors against the Agent matchup. I had not had any problems facing agents. Didn't draw the Leeching the Lights at all when I played against them. I played against 2 during the regional, but the Light Imprisoning Mirrors with Quacky Dragos just shut them down, so that worked fine. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror was mainly for now just against the what's called Gravekeeper matchup. I did actually side him in against a Relinquish deck, which was really funny, and it actually worked really well. And then 2 Chain Disappearances. I never ended up siding them in, and I would take them out for Gozen matches right now. I completely forgot Gozen match was a card, and okay, so that's my deck list. I lost against, the decks I ended up beating were 2 Agent decks, a Relinquish deck, one gadget deck, a Malefic Skill Drain, Tech Genius and Tech Genius Stun. And then I lost against the single Lightsworn, which I should have beaten. And then sadly, Crystal Beasts, I feel really bad about it. Yeah.
I are disappointed.
Yeah.
Alright, so
my teammates been disappointed at me for that.
So, how do you feel about getting your invite? Are you going to go to Nats?
I will try to go to Nats. I really want to, since this would be the first one I get to go to, so I'd be very happy to go.
Alright, so we'll more likely see you next future regionals and perhaps Nats. So, see you.